Make a move, make it matter.
Yeah.
Forget the rest.
Are y'all feeling better?
You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet. SDM Live Unplugged.
Yo, what up? Peace. This brother Khalif, episode 6 of student enrollment. Today, I'm gonna talk a little bit of everything. I'm just gonna clear my mental for the following weeks. So, something I want to talk about today is truth, and why we should accept it. You know, I know we hear the truth will set you free, but do we really know what that means? It's kind of crazy that how much we want people to lie to us, like every day. Who are we like? Who we fronting for? Why don't we just fix ourselves? It's like if you in a relationship and your girl don't like you, like that's cool. You got an opportunity. For every problem, it's an opportunity, but you need to know the truth, and then you need to know if you want to do something about that. You know, a lot of times people don't want to know the truth about their health, and if you constantly sought the truth about your health, you would know whether you're sick or not. Some people learn too late because they would rather lie to themselves. We see we see it all the day, every day when them bill collectors call, and we don't want to know the truth that we owe somebody money, so we just hit ignore. But the truth can be powerful if you let it. If you just let it set you free, it don't have to be a bad thing. You know, if you overweight, it don't have to be a bad thing. You know, you can change that. And that's something we really got to get into, just really being able to accept the truth and not run from it. You know, if you want to be an entrepreneur, and you working 20 hours a day, 18 hours a day, you know, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to give up something because that's the truth. You know, if you want to be better, like, are you going to do what it takes? Like your time. That's the most valuable thing you got. Who you giving it to? You giving it to your homeboys and y'all just sit around and do nothing and joke and laugh? Or you giving it to your entertainment? Or you giving it to your education? Like your time is very, very valuable. Like what are your conversations talking about? Are you building with your bros? You know, on this program, I like to push men making men, because that's where you learn how to be a man. It's like, how many people do you got? Are your people, are your bros telling you the truth about yourself? Are telling you need to go to the gym, you need to find a better job, you need to hustle more? Are your bros telling you that? Like, you really have to ask yourself who's around you, because you're gonna stay. You're gonna stay right where you are, because it's like the older you get, the faster time get. So it usually, like now, like shoot, my son about to turn 4, and I feel like I just had him. And my daughter 3, and my other daughter, she 1. So this time is like, you think you got it, and then it's gone. It's just gone that quick. And then we gotta also understand that we like one bad decision away from wrecking everything. Just one bad decision. So time is important. Like, you don't know if we're not. But what's beautiful about it is you one good decision away from being where you want to be. But we don't know how much time we have. So we have to use it very, very important. I mean, very, very effectively, because it's important. Man, that timepiece, like, you gotta tell your girl no. You gotta build you. Like, how much time are you putting into yourself, into the development of you? You know, you can't hang out. You gotta work on you. Like, we're not used to that. And I mean, you could do that with your bros if everybody. We do that in 2K. Like, we build our with a profile together. You know, we build our team together. We do our stats and the various like Call of Duties and Destiny, Halo, all that stuff. But I used to play Destiny one time, a lot. I did used to play a lot. And one time, it was something called a raid, and you only can do a raid if you get 6 people. So I got 6 of my friends, but I didn't really have it wasn't really 6 of my friends, but 6 people doing this, and it took us like 6 hours to beat this like objective. You know, it's very mission based. 2 people got to do something over there, 2 people got to do something over there. You know, shooting the monsters and whatnot. But after those 6 hours, I'm like, everybody was like, yeah, we did it. But I'm sitting up there like, yo, we could have literally did something productive here. But we spent 6 hours doing nothing. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, you feel gratified, but it's empty. Like, you literally spent like time doing that. And all you get is an achievement on a game. And we wasn't making money doing that. We're just doing that for fun. Like, imagine if you can get 6 people together and they actually like doing a mission-based stuff in real life. Like, think of what you can accomplish where we are actually like devoting our resources to the objective instead of just like not doing nothing. And that's what got me off gaming so hard is I wasn't doing it competitively, you know. I still sometimes do it for stress relief, but not as a pastime like I used to, because you don't get that. What's the return on investment? Like, you get better at something you can't trade for money unless you one of those people who bet. That wasn't me. And like I said, for people, like they say your 5 closest friends basically make up who you are. So if you hang around 5 losers, you the 6th loser. If you hang around 5 winners, you the 6th winner. You know, you gotta determine. That's what we talking about, truth. Like, you gotta determine where you are in life, because you can't get up with those same people. Or if you get up and you still hang around those same people, they're gonna pull you down. Not because they want to, they just not on a higher wavelength. You choose not to be like, okay, I was in middle school, now I'm in high school. You can't go hang around middle school no more. You know, you in high school, you gotta do high school things. You know, and you're not forcing them. Like, they're not forced to stay in middle school. They just don't want to be in high school, and that's, you gotta be like, okay, I only can see y'all, you know, on some real extracurricular activities type stuff, as opposed to like, you know, I know family members and people, when I talk about getting better, they don't got nothing to say. And I want my conversation to be on building. And and other people want their conversation to be on entertainment. You know, because it's like, if you're not paying attention, you find yourself talking about girls, who you want to bang, what y'all eating, and how much money somebody else making. Like, you'll find yourself talking about that if you not careful, because those are the common conversations. Oh, sports too. It's playoffs right now. You know, just talk about nothing that's gonna make you better, and it's a constant distraction. You know, it's go from different sports, soccer, basketball, football, you know, baseball. It's always something to talk about other than raising your own consciousness. And I understand that's hard. And it's not something everybody gonna do. But if you have to put yourself in a better space. And even with that's with your homies. Like get like it's so much better when because men can actually help other men get better. We don't use each other like that though. You know, a lot of people want to be the biggest fish in the sea, so they keep you down because they feel threatened. They feel threatened if somebody else just as good as them. But you know, I'm not like that. It's enough everything to go around, and plus, who want to be the only one at the top? Like, I don't enjoy getting my rocks off, keeping somebody under me. You know, I want somebody to be just as good as me, so I can have something to complain about. You know, you at the top, we both can complain about, you know, stupid stuff like driving two different cars a week or something like that. You know, however high I get, you know, because you got to see what circles you in. You go from one of the lower circles where if you just got on the watch, people like, oh man, what you doing with that watch, man? You don't need no watch. And then you go in a better circle, and then they're like, oh, you got an iWatch. And what you doing with the iWatch? You don't need no Apple Watch. And then you go to another circle where they're like, what you doing with that Rolex? You don't need no Rolex. And then you go to the other circles start hyping you up. You start to feel uncomfortable. So you got a Rolex, and the people around you talking about like this Rolex $10,000. So now you feel weird because everybody else in that circle got a Rolex worth $10,000. And then you get to another circle, and they Rolexes is $50,000. You like, then you start to feel weird that you don't got a $50,000 Rolex. Like I was talking about the other podcast to say, what's the thing that stopped you? What's the thing that stopped people from getting $1 million? It's $500,000. That's like $30,000 a month. If you're making $30,000 a month, you getting all the money you need. So a lot of people quit, like in the hundreds of $1,000s because they just wanted money. And you really got to do it like because you want to do it once your money urge is satisfied. Like Jeff Bezos in the billions, like they can just chill, but they just like achieving. Bill Gates just like achieving. Like you got to be like that. But we coming from the mud, and we try to act like them, but we can't act like them. We got to fight for everything we got at the bottom. You're not rich. You can't buy your way out of situations. So you gotta make sure you do everything right. You can fail, don't get me wrong, but it's just harder. But when you got money, you can pay other people to do it, so you got a less likely chance to fail. And another thing you got to work on is adding value to yourself. You know, as men, we are basically what our value is. People gonna see you as what you work on yourself for. You know, if you the like even if you're a gamer, you the gamer guy. That's when people gonna hang around you for it. If you're the ladies man, people gonna hang around you for the ladies man. If you're the money man, people gonna hang around you for the money man. If you're the joke man, people gonna hang around you for the jokes. What value do you have to a group? It's like people get offended when I ask them what can they do. It's like people can't answer that question. I'm like, what can you do? What you mean? I'm like I'm not asking nothing weird. Like, what can you do? Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you do something? Oh, because we don't never ask people that because you don't constantly add because you're not constantly adding value to yourself. You can't answer that question. Are you building a better, like for me, I'm trying to increase my value by becoming a good podcaster. And I also want to, I'm still working on this rites of passage program that I want to sell as well because I want men to be better men. We don't have a lot of men. And I feel like that we got a lot of feminine energies that we take from our mom because our mom, the black woman, has held us down. But we supposed to be doing masculine things. But we end up copying their behavior because we didn't know. It's not a lot of dads out there. You know, because like you don't your dads will tell you reality. They'll help you every step of the way, but they tell you reality. They be like, it's not fast enough. It's not good enough. Go harder. Do better. You know. But a mom be like, that's okay, baby. That's okay, baby. And when you hearing that and it's terrible, you think you good. And you've been conditioned now to think that something mediocre is great because your mom just cheering you on. But that's why I'm saying, like, that's why you need men in your life to tell you they won't set you up. They be like, nah, that's not good. You're not good enough. You can't rap, bro. You know, and we in a situation where if you hear the truth, they call you a hater. They're like, man, you just a hater. I'm like, your self-esteem can't take it that you're not good enough. But just look at the music, like how 90s rap was competitive, and now it's like 2000. It's not really that competitive. You got your good people out there, but it's just like the consumer went down because the people are dumber. The rap is dumber. Not just the music, but the food. Like people just can't do anything no more. You know, grandma ain't making. You know, Big Mom died. So you're not getting that good chicken no more. So you gonna be able to go to KFC and Church's Chicken and get your chicken because you forgot. Like nobody making good food. So you go to the store and you can't cook yourself. So you go to a fast food restaurant and you think that's good when it's really not because we don't have no skills no more. You know, the women not learning how to cook. So you eating fast food. The men not cooking either. So it's like we be I ain't throwing no shade on Coney Island or whatnot, but like it's better food than Coney Island. But we go there all the time, and like it's a delicacy or something. I understand that's a Detroit thing, you know, and I eat there from time to time myself. But you can do better. Like I can make a better hamburger than McDonald's, but I find my way going there because it's quick, it's easy. I don't eat meat, but you get the thing I'm trying to say. It's just like I said, it's just so much you got to work on as a person. You got to make sure your time is utilized. I cannot stress that enough. You got to make sure your time is utilized effectively because you get 24 hours. And if it's at a job, that's 8 hours gone. So you got 16 for yourself. And if you use 8 to sleep, you got 8 for yourself. So if you fucking around, messing around those 8 hours, you know you just never gonna grow. What you doing with those 8 hours? You working on your content? You working on your craft? I mean, we got YouTube University. Like you can literally be anything. But we choose not to be. And we hang around, and you know you kind of hang around people like that. And you want to get better, but it's harder to like it's one of the hardest things I've found is like to change groups. Because like your habits are in one group and you're trying to get to a better group, so you think better, but your habits stay the same. So you'll never find you never find your way to the other group. Like golf courses, that's where a lot of rich people hang out. But you don't play golf, so you'll never be around those type of people. It just is what it is. You won't, but you gotta be good at that, and then you gotta pay the price to get in there. You're not putting yourself in a better space because you keep hanging around the old spaces. So it's like it's kind of dating myself a little bit. It's like going to Northland and Fairlane, and you want to holler at a different type of girl, or you want to get a different type of thing. But you keep going to these malls and saying like they don't provide, but you're going to have to go to Somerset to get something. You're going to have to go to 12 Oaks to get something else. But you're not willing to change the location because what's your environment? Like I said again, who you got around you? what they telling you? They telling you you dope and you not? Or are they even talking back to you at all? I think that's a very important thing. Like, are the people around talking back to you? Are they telling you anything? Because sometimes we have a lot of times we have an environment where people don't say nothing as long as we just show up. People ain't telling you, hey, you can be better. Like, what's going on? How's your relationship? Because we don't want nobody in our business. But at the same time, if you don't got nobody, nobody know your business, you can't never really get help. So, closed mouths don't get fed. So I think, like, if we real brothers, like, that's why I'm saying, like, again, men need a group of men to make them better. Like, you can do it by yourself, but it's just hard. It's just hard. We can get it faster with other men around. And plus, men decide your value anyway. Women don't. Like, that's not how it goes. Kings make kings. Queens don't. Queens make queens though. But you have to understand, kings makes kings. So when you find her telling you a real man is like this, she don't know. That's what she like. Don't get me wrong. And that's okay. That's her preference. She allowed to have her own individual, idealized men, whatever. But men make men. You can't let nobody tell you what a man is, because that's up to you. That's up to you. And if you quiet, you a quiet man. If you wild, you're a wild man. If you smart, you're a smart man. That's up to you. But you still gotta be a man at the end of the day too. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. But at the same time, if you gotta have a expectation to be the best. If you don't have an expectation to be the best, you might find yourself not leveling up, not doing better, and then just be like, I don't know what's going on. Because you don't have the right people around you, and then circle right back to the beginning. You're not telling the truth about yourself. Like, I used to go to the gym heavy, and I seen people go to the gym for a whole year and nothing, no results. But they go every day, and they be like, "Man, what am I doing wrong?" It's like, you don't even got nobody around you. Like, get a personal trainer. They know, but you think you got it by yourself. You can't. This one man army thing, I know they teach you that in school, where if somebody help you out, that's cheating, but that's not real life. Like, all everybody do is get help. Shoot, you got a whole police department against you. You ain't got you got a whole government against you. And you're not trying, like, to get no friends. You're not trying to get another group of men, because that's the thing that make you dangerous, is that you got men behind you. And like I said, I just cannot stress that enough. Like, you have, and we need that. It's just faster to be better when men help men, because men sharpen men like iron sharpens iron. Like, you need that click clack. And then studies show that the more men you around, the higher your testosterone raise. Higher testosterone is, the more willing you are to do something you really want to do, because it's something inside you that you're supposed to be doing. Like, that God-given gift that you got, you just got to do it. It don't matter what nobody say. And you got to be able to tell everybody no. Like, you got to be able to turn stuff down, even though you want to. But if it's not in alignment with that spirit inside you, you're going to have to say no. Because you got to keep that pure. Because that'll never guide you wrong. It's when you do what you want to do. Because we got, it's like I said before, we have a situation with most people where they do what's best, or they do what they want to do. Most times people do what they want to do. They know what's best already. They definitely know what's best already. They just do what they want to do. You know if you should have water or pop. You know what's best, but you do what you want to do. You know if you should have salad or pizza. You know what's best, but you do what you want to do. You know you should stay with her or leave her, but you don't do what's best. You do what you want to do, And that's the thing. We always fighting. That's that internal struggle. Are you gonna do what's best for you, or you gonna do what you want to do? And you gotta think that like every second of the day, because it's like Instagram. You know, once you hit that explore button, you lost like 45 minutes maybe just looking at ass. Like you just lost it real quick. Like you gotta stay focused, and that's another thing. It's a difference between being busy and being focused. A lot of people, they like to stay busy. Like I'm doing this, and that. But somebody who focused, they don't spend as much time, but it's the quality is really really good. It's like the difference between doing it's like you can do high intensity, but you got to be more focused to handle it, as opposed to someone who can do something like lower intensity where you can do a whole bunch of other different things. So you got to ask yourself in your life, like, not just are you using your time, are you using your time, are you being focused with it? And what does focus mean to you? Like I said, like probably like if you work in an 8-hour job, you got 8 hours to do something, and then you can always sacrifice sleep too. But if you don't, you at least got 8 hours. Like how focused are you? How focused are you in those 8 hours? Are you going straight to your craft? Like I don't think so. A lot of people don't. What you doing? You turning on like Instagram, Facebook, and even in YouTube. It's like we just use them as time wasters. Like the thing that helped me grow a lot is when I start trading my entertainment for education. People be like, "You watch the movies?" No, I don't even watch movies like that. A lot I don't like. I don't have nothing against movies, but I'm just in a part of my life where I got to educate myself consistently. I don't listen to the radio. It's YouTube in the car. It's YouTube at work. It's YouTube at home. It's consistently, because what you can do in a good 6 months of focus, you're good. You'll be real good. Like I'm about to spend this next 3 months on my weight, but I'm gonna focus intensely. So I'm not gonna. It ain't gonna take me no year to shed this weight. I'm good in 3 months, but it takes focus. It's focus. That's important. Not just doing everything, because if you don't focus, your time can be wasted. I remember when I was in the gym, I couldn't lift over 180 pounds. And this guy was like, "You can do it." And I was like, "No, I can't." He's like, "Yes, you can." "No, I can't." "Yes, you can." He said, "I'll spot you." And I in my mind, it was a mental block there. And this is what, that's why when you can focus, you can see that it wasn't there. It was just a little fear. But a lot of times you got this mental block of you can do something, but you just tell yourself you can't, so you never attempt. So I end up doing it, and I only could do like one. But like on my chest days, I just do one. Then I do two. I got all the way to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. But that's because you got to stay focused. Because even pushing out one is so hard. But we just want to be, like I said, I was in the gym just wanting to be busy. And I spent the whole year in the gym and didn't get nowhere until I focused on what I was actually supposed to do. Because even with your arms, this is the only way it can go. So if you want biceps, that's literally almost the only thing you can do. You got different variations, but that's the only way your arm move. Same with your legs. And you crunching and you pulling up and you pushing. That's it. Just pull and pull and push muscles. And that's kind of how it is. We just gotta really, really, really focus. And like I said, just to get back to the truth, like I remember they don't really talk about each other like they did when I was growing up, but like if your friend group caught you out of line, they clowned you. They're like, oh, look at your shoes, look at your shirt, look at your pants, look at your breath, look at your smell. Like every time you was out of line and you just had to like stay in line, your crew, they kept you in line. And somehow along the way, with no aspirations and no goals, like you get older and nobody keep you in line no more. Somehow along the way, you just kind of doing what you do. And we just literally hang around each other to waste time. When we was growing together. And that's why being really, really just being around men is important. I know like it's kind of sound weird, but like men build the world. Like we gotta be around other builders, other lions, other kings. Because we ain't never gonna grow. Like you can do it yourself, but that'll take you a lifetime. Why split the difference? Get another dude around you. And split that again and get another person around you. And split that again and get another person around you. Like we can do a lot in a group. We can do a lot in unity. It's just so important. It just takes so long by yourself. And it's so lonely by yourself. It's groups. It's like you get Alcoholic Anonymous, where you just get around other people who struggling the same struggle as you, and they push you to be better. And and we graduate. A lot of LeBron James, he graduated and he put his whole team on, and you can't reach them. The people who stayed at the bottom, they see him when they go to Akron, but they're not coming on the team because they don't just have the work ethic for it. So, like I said, you got to learn to use everything to your advantage. Even if it's the truth, it's to your advantage, no matter how bad it is. We got to stop. Somebody can tell the truth about you, and it hurts your feelings. Like, that's the type of world we're living in, where if somebody call you fat, it hurts your feelings. Like, you won't say the truth out of fear of hurting somebody else's feelings. But then at the same time, if you carry around that fear, you never grow. Because you got to live that life where you want somebody to tell you the truth. And if you're doing your best, somebody going to help you. I mean, that's just how it go. It's like if you outside and your car stop and you sit in the car, the only people calling it, the only people coming is the police, because they're going like, what's going on? But if you push in your car, I guarantee, like I've never not pushed a car and somebody didn't come help me. My wife ran out of gas the other day. I pushed the car a little bit, somebody came. If you run out of gas, if you push your car, somebody gonna come. Like attracts like, motion attracts motion. But if you sit there and you dead, like nothing attracts nothing too. Like that show The Walking Dead, a lot of us, we are walking dead. Like, what's your activity? Like, are you active? Has your life got any better? That's like, if your life has stayed the same for a long time, you dead. Like, people don't like people. That's kind of harsh language, but it's true. Like, you gotta be living. You gotta be growing. Like, you don't even know how. It's certain things, like once you start unlocking stuff and once you start overcoming obstacles, you'll be surprised. You just be like, man, I could have been did that. Like, I've been wanting to do this podcast, and I could have been doing this. This could have been probably 200, 300 episodes by now. But I kept procrastinating. I kept putting things off. But at the same time, like, you realize there is no right time. It's just it's whenever you start. When is the best time for you to start something now. Pretty much it. You know, people was looking at Bitcoin. When the best time for Bitcoin? Get there now. Like, we gotta ask ourselves, like, how good are we? I'm 36. So I've been over 18 years. People don't look at it like that. Like, that sounds wild. I'm 36 and I've been 18 for 18 years. So it's been 18 years. I should have accomplished way more than I did. Like, it's been 18 years since I've been 18. Like, you just really got to think about that. If you're 30, it's been 12 years since you've been 18. What have you accumulated? If you're 40, it's been 22 years since you've been 18. And if we think about our lives like that, like, there's people at my job, they're like 60 years old, and they go and check the check. So it's been 42 years since you was 18 and you still had a job. Nothing wrong with a job, but you should have some money saved or something. It's been 42 years. Like, to be all honest with us, like, at the accelerated reality we living in, we should have some good stuff around us by 5 years, like 25. That's 7 years since you've been 18, since you've been able to do whatever you wanted to do. That's the age limit. That's the age we give ourselves. So I just realized that. I'm like, it's 18. It's been 18 years since I was 18. I got, but that's the beauty of the truth. Like, it lets you know how devastating it is, but at the same time, I'm not dead. I got time. I can do stuff. You can do stuff. 18 years. Like, whew. Like, it's like I said, if you're 40, it's been 22 years. And we still ain't, like, we just look at stuff the wrong way. We just look at stuff the wrong way. Like, it's not like I haven't tried, but, like, at the same time, like, how long is it going to take to get it right? Are you putting yourself in the right rooms? Are you putting yourself around the right people? In 18 years, and you couldn't accumulate nothing, in 18 years, you're responsible for 18 years? You can't blame nobody. Like, I can't blame nobody but myself. But that's the thing about it. You got to take accountability so you can grow. And it's not just about money, but at the same time, achievement. With achievement comes money. And we live in a capitalist society. Like, when people say it's not about money, but it's like a monopoly board. All I know is everywhere I stop, I got to spend money. Everywhere I stop. Stop at the gas station. Got to put gas in my car. Stop at home. Got to pay for gas, light, rent. You know, go to the grocery store. Got to buy some groceries. You know, and even when you around other people and it don't cost you money, it costs you time. And that's real. That's important. Like, everywhere you stop costs money. So, like, everything might not be about money, but at the same time, money is just so important. It's just too important not to get. Like, it's been 18 years. Like, I should have been mastered this principle to where it's nothing. But it's people go their whole life and never master it. They stay chasing it. They never create enough value where it comes to them. Like, you gotta because life gonna give you what you ask for. I can come here, I can start a podcast, I can create value where people come to me. Or I can go out, or I can go in a job where I gotta go chase the money. But I don't have to do nothing but stand here. It's like a tree. A tree has fruit. The tree don't move. And if that fruit sweet enough, people have to come get the fruit. You got to be like that. And you got to be like that in your tree of your knowledge in your life, to where the thing you producing, your fruit is so sweet. People come to you. You ain't gotta go run in like that's why like you ain't gotta go run and talk about, hey, this is why I'm special. Blah 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 blah. You know, as much as people can create content and people be going like to Hollywood and stuff, trying to be seen. I'm like, you could have spent that same time creating content and been making money independently. Cause it's almost 350 million people in America. And I know that if I can create content and I can get like 20,000, 30,000 subscribers or something like that, and build a Patreon and get like 600 people in there, 700, 800 people in there, and charge them $10, I'm good. And I get to do what I love. Like, we live in a time where you can do that. It don't have it's literally, life is literally what you make it. I can sit up here, talk to people, help people, and we can help each other. And we can create a space where men get together and raise each other up. That's something I want to do. That's something I'm going to do. And that's something I can do online. And I actually want to do it in the city too. But that's life. That's the kind of life we live. It don't have to be work, grind, get a little bit. Like, you can literally make it how you want it. But we don't believe that. We stay doing it. We want it to be hard. Life don't have to be hard. I mean, it's hard. Don't get me wrong, but you got to choose your hard. Like, getting up and going to work every day is hard too. Or you can go out and get it every day. That's hard too. Like, there is no hard to choose. Being single is hard. Being married is hard. Like, it's choose your hard. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What's your hard? Being poor is hard. Being rich is hard. Choose your hard. Like, what truth you gonna live in? I mean, nobody's coming to save you. If you ain't heard it, I'm letting you know nobody's coming to save you. So pull yourself up. Put some value in yourself. So your time is more valuable. Because that's the only thing that's going to get you more money, is you becoming more valuable. And like I said, you got YouTube University. If you can become an expert quick. If you want to preach, it's easy. Listen to preachers all day on YouTube and just copy. Keep copying until you can make it your own. Everything you do, keep copying until you can make it your own. Sometimes you don't got to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you can make a good copy and it serves you well. But you got to bet on yourself. You got to bet on yourself because nobody else will. It's funny that if you think your time is important, other people think your time is important. But if you don't care, they don't care. They don't care. We gotta respect that. You gotta respect my time, and you gotta respect other people's time. That's kind of like I said, like, I'm just tripping over this 18 years thing. Like, it's cool when you talking. Sometimes you get like a good revelation when you're talking, and it's for others and yourself. You know, because I want it to be where I grow, you grow type situation. To not where, like, I'm not claiming to be some guru or nothing like that. I'm not special. I just want people to see what I see, and you take what you will, you know, take what's useful, and leave what's not. But I'm just tripping over 18 years. You 18 years, but it's 18. I got a lot of hustle to go. And I need to do it fast too. That's a lot of hustle. But the thing about it is you can turn all your experiences into power. And then you can read about other people's experiences and in the book. You can read about other people's experiences in the book to where you don't have to go through it. It's sometimes it take a lifetime, but it don't have to take a lifetime if you read a book, if you look on YouTube, if you get a mentor, and if you get a mentee as well, because you need to be teaching this to somebody. That's going to help you learn it faster. And then you get a mentor so you can save yourself time too. So you crunching time on both ends. I know the thing ain't like a group thing. Ain't no more boy bands or groups no more because everybody in this radical individualistic society. But this life is a team sport. It's a whole team trying to get you. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, commit a crime. It's a team of police coming to get you. Go ahead, do something stupid. Like a team of people coming to get you. Not just no individual. So get you a team. Get you an idea guy. Get you a hustle guy. Get you a money guy. Come together because it don't just have to be you. You know, if you ain't the one with the talent, you know somebody else with the talent. And y'all can get together. Like, it just don't have to be a solo. I know we see it on Facebook and we see it on Instagram where it seemed like one person did it all by themselves, but it's a whole crew behind them. It's just more sexier to say I did it on my own. I'm self-made. Everybody helped. Everybody helped. But like I said, it's just a little random. I just wanted to like clear my mental palate for the upcoming episodes. Appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe. All right, that's our show. Peace.
Make a move, make it better.
Yeah. Forget the rest.
Are y'all feeling better?
You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet. SDM Live Unplugged.